can help me out, share the video on your page one time, invite a couple rooms. We got lots to talk to you about today. And we've been missing y'all. So feel free to share, invite 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however many. Just go down your list like we do. Hope y'all are well today. Having a beautiful, what's the day, Saturday? Having a beautiful Saturday. We ended our fast today. We're feeling great.
Never see those flags in there right now.
Help me invite, help me invite. Of course, we're in the car, as we always are, taking a drive. Well, we've been driving for a couple hours already, talking, coming into some things, discussing some things that we want to share with y'all. Share the video on your page one time. Let's get the room up. We got lots to say.
It's time to raise the tempo, and it's time to make some noise.
Going up and down. I don't think we got past 6 yet, babe. I don't think we got past 6 yet.
What?
Wombs in the room.
What's wrong with y'all?
I don't know. Babe said, what's wrong with y'all? Share the video. Help, help, help. Share the video, post it on your page. Go down your friends list and just invite. Invite. And as soon as I give Babe her phone, then I'll be inviting on my phone as well. So, just keep them coming.
It's doing something different. It's not showing the number.
No? The number of the station? Give thanks for those of you that are sharing and inviting. The little notifications are coming up top. Still can't see y'all yet, but give thanks, give thanks.
Where everybody at? Y'all get the warms.
Got 9. And I've gone down quite a bit of your list. Help us out, help us out. I don't know, hopefully, I mean, I think when I share, I'll just put like share a whole bunch of times, and then people will, it'll just be on their timelines, but sometimes people respond to the invites as well, so both work. That's what I'll be doing when we switch phones in a second. I got a nose itch. Sorry.
Are we getting there?
How are y'all doing today? I can't see your responses yet, but I hope everybody's well.
I should be able to just talk to you.
We are on the road, and for the first time in a while, just us two.
That's enough.
That's done?
Yeah, just move to the top.
Okay. Where's baby boy? Yeah, he's at, him and the puppies are at the house with Kefa. Just me and babe. In an empty car. What's going on with y'all? How are y'all doing? Give thanks for all the invites. Give thanks, Melissa. Give thanks, Ijirba. I know you put the pronunciation out there before. I remember Berry Joy, and then you told me I need the pronunciation again so I can get it right. Ijirba? I don't know. Oh, Mona Lisa's watching. Your niece is on.
Hi, baby.
Peace, Mona Lisa and everybody. Allison, Charlotte, Connie, Shantae, Tammy. Such is doing good. Cynthis, Kim Wallace, Maroa. Peace, Maroa.
Peace, peace.
Pamela. Peace, Kim. Peace, PJ. Much love, much love. Everyone's sending lots of hearts and lots of love. You ready? Okay, here's Ben.
Peace, fam. Of course I'm driving. A little sleep, I've been driving all day. I'm up to 3 hours of driving right now. And where are we going? Nowhere. Like, it's really... Is Kefa in the room?
I sent her an invite, but I didn't see her name pop up here.
Okay, so how's everybody feeling? We just doing some updates. One, last night was our, in about 28 days. And how are we feeling? Feeling great. Feeling so good. The fast went well and ended well. We ended it with me cooking a really, really good meal.
So good.
Because, like I'll say, we didn't just... The fast was a reset button for our lives. It wasn't just cleansing out what we wanted to lose weight. No, we wanted to change our life. We wanted to stop dealing with diets and get a life plan. So the fast was our reset button to do that, to get all the filth, the beer out of me, just all the stuff we had in our system that shouldn't have been there. So like last night, we ended with, I made a spaghetti from scratch. We had spelt noodles, and for the first time I made the spaghetti sauce. It was so good. Just it was all raw, put everything in the blender, grind it up, whatever, add herbs and stuff to it, and that spaghetti was so good, y'all. So that's, but I keep thinking, like, was it so good because we were hungry, or was it just good?
It was just the best. It was so good, y'all. It was just so good. Like, even when she poured the sauce onto the noodles, and then just the way the heat was hitting it, and it was changing colors, I was just like, oh my gosh. And then it tasted so good. It just tasted so good. And I think we should jar it up. I think we should sell it. It was that good.
Yeah, she woke up today talking about we should sell it. So, real quick, let me put it out there. What I put in it, I like these stir fries, some onions, chopped onion and mushroom. Everything alkaline on the Dr. Sabi's list. So red onions and mushrooms, chop that up and stir fry that in some grapeseed oil. And then I chopped up some zucchini in thick slices as the meat in the meal. And I took about 8 tomatoes into my Ninja blender and grind that up real good. But it wasn't puree. It was just still kind of juicy. I didn't puree it. So that's why the better the blender, the better it'll come out. So I put that in there, and then after that, finished juicing, chopping up the juice. Then I threw one red pepper in there and just let it blend until it chopped into small pieces, so the pieces will still be in there. So while the zucchini, onions, and mushroom was cooking, I was doing that, and then I added that sauce before it finished to the mix, and added some coriander, oregano, basil, sea salt, little bit of black pepper. We don't really eat black pepper. A little bit of black pepper, definitely cayenne pepper, and onion powder, y'all. And that shit was so good.
It was so good.
It was so good. And after it cooked, after the noodles cooked, while they were sitting waiting for everything else, I just put a little grapeseed oil on them and some onion powder, a little bit of sea salt, so that'll marinate in that. And then I just put it all together on our plates, and it was good. And that's how we ended our fast last night. So a lot of benefits from the fast. My sight has improved. I still have mucus coming out of my body, though, let me say that, which means that the detox is still happening. I don't think a month will get it all out anyway. All the stuff that we do to our bodies is not going to just be healed in a month. But that was the reset button. So the way that we're eating now is going to keep detoxing our bodies, because we'll eat mostly raw wounds anyway, and then maybe a cooked meal, alkaline meal on the weekend if we so choose. Sometimes we don't even feel like it, so we won't. But like, I'm going to get one of my favorite things right now just because I can eat. I'm going to Whole Foods, and we're getting what is it? Oh, the vegan pizza that they have. Everything is vegan. Even the bread is made from an ancient grain, no animal product in there. Some kind of vegan cheese. Like, we don't do processed much at all, but we want to treat ourselves to that. So that's what we're headed to go get right now. But it's a lot of benefits from it. A lot of the body is really benefited. My sight, pains in my body, and I just went off. I just had my menstrual. My menstrual never really lasts long anyway, a couple days. But it was a complete difference in my menstrual pain. It was still enough though where I had to take some ibuprofen for a couple days. So I'm mad that that's even in my system. So actually I'm going on another 3-day juice fast starting Monday just to clean those ibuprofens out of my system that I had to take from when I was menstruating. But even Kev is menstruating now too. We all come on the same time. She's not cramping the way she cramped before she ate. If anything, she's more so weak right now from losing iron or whatever that we lose, but the cramp is not there. Like, it takes all of that pain out, the pain in my body, the pains in my back, the swelling in my ankles, all of that's gone. All of that's gone. I'm really just amazed by my sight. My sight is cleared up tremendously, and it's improving more every day. Like, I never had to wear glasses or anything. I had to wear reading glasses. But when I read now, like when I read y'all comments, I can see them without squinting, you know? So, maybe I can squint a little bit, probably I'm driving. But I don't know, it's just definitely not the way it was. So, that detox process is something special. It's just not something that you just do. I want to tell y'all this. If you're going to cleanse yourself out, don't cleanse yourself out just for a quick weight loss solution. Or if you cleanse yourself out because that's your new lifestyle. You're going to a new lifestyle because you're just going to go right back to everything that you just did to yourself. And we did do a documentary. We documented every day, every other day or whatever of the fast. So it'll be on one documentary we just did. I'll probably have it out by Monday or Tuesday on my YouTube channel. So y'all can check out the entire journey. You can see the differences in us in these videos, and the updates that we did, and how we looked, and when we were sick, and what we was going through. Just all kinds of stuff is all in one location. So let me let Luna tell you how she's feeling and what she went through during this time.
Peace again. What were we talking about? How the fast went. Fast went really good, actually. Like, the fast that I've done before were like 3 days of water, or I think the longest one was like a month of just raw wombs, just fruit. But this is my first time juicing. Tadasa, did y'all just juice the entire month? Okay, yeah. So we juiced for 3 weeks, and then we did raw wombs the last week, and we just finished. But for me, I'm still waiting on the vision changes because I am all kinds of tired of wearing these. So I need to see what else I need to do to get my super vision back, regular vision back. But I sleep better. I feel better. I don't feel draggy and sluggish all day. My scars are healing up from all my pimple popping from all the sweets and everything that I used to eat. They're finally going away. These ones have been here for a while, but they're going away. My teeth are whiter. I don't have the achy joints that I had after I had baby, and maybe it was just the excess weight, but I'm a side sleeper, so my shoulders and everything would just always be so hard and uncomfortable and just painful. My hips, even when we were working on the womb dome on the land, my joints and my fingers were always hurting. It was just, I guess, just inflammation from the bad things I was putting in. I feel clearer in my mind. I don't feel as scattered. I feel a bit more inspired. I feel healed emotionally, like I'm definitely still in my process of healing, but all the demons come out. So food demons, things that are just not of you, come out in these fasts. And a lot of it is our food. A lot of it is our food. A lot of it is our emotions that we hold on to. So I've kind of been a total nut job for a lot of this fast. I'm sorry, babe. It's been a nut job. I haven't been the easiest to be around. Didn't realize I had so much to come up out of, and it's been a lot from my past and from my life that I've just been healing. I feel like a lot of my breakthroughs have been a lot so mentally and emotionally. The physical has happened. I went from 161 to 146.2 pounds. This was the last weigh in this AM, 146.2. And that's still down from, my biggest was 217. So the numbers keep going down, which is great. Wearing this little sweater that I haven't worn in a long time, and my arm's not just taking up all the room right here, so that's exciting. I feel good. I feel good. I feel clear. I feel happier. I just feel better. I feel like there's like a brightness in my eyes, even though my vision's not all the way right yet. They're brighter. And we'll have days where our eyes are like really light brown, both of us. But I feel good. I'm so thankful that Ceka got the message to go on the fast and invited me to fast with her. And just made, our whole family just made a lifestyle change, and I couldn't be more happy about it. One of the best choices I've ever made, for sure. And then just knowing that you make this lifestyle change and you're sticking to it. You know, you've made up your mind for real, and you have an amazing support system. So I think that's all I have to say about that. But I feel good. If you haven't fasted, do it.
So yeah, thank you Mubina. See, I read that comment. I mean, just contemplating, just being in this fast and watching the changes within myself and the lack thereof, you know, of the beings around me that I watch on a daily. Like she said, it's mental. Most of the changes that we have to make is mental. Before you could make a physical change, because like I said, you could make up your mind and you go to fast for 3 days and then go right back to where you were. If your mind doesn't change, thank you, baby. You have to change your mindset, the way you think about everything. So, like we were just conversing about, when you're talking about ascension, or ascending, and going to that next level, graduating this earthly realm, this earthly consciousness that's down here. It's going to start in your mind, and you're going to have to make these changes in every aspect of your life. You're going to have to change your relationships and the way that you have relationships and the choices that you make. In, like, you, okay, for example, your lover could wrong you, and then you make the choice to wrong them because they wronged you. So you feel like you're right for wronging them because they wronged you. No, that's the person that you are, or you wouldn't have done it. You wouldn't have wronged them back. You would have left the situation, or removed yourself from the situation, or worked toward making that situation better for yourself and them. So the changes we have to make has to be for the self, because I'm not a good being. I'm not a good lover, a good partner for Luna, if I'm not good to myself first. So the changes that I'm realizing I'm making in myself is for myself. They're not for her. It's a perk for her. She gets a benefit from the changes that I'm making within myself, and vice versa. And that's just what I want to talk to you all about. You have to just be a better person for yourself. Make better choices for yourself. When hold on, take this for a minute. Just take it for a minute.
Had a full mouth. She gets me every time in mid-sneeze or full cheeks of tea. So, yes, everything she's saying, yes. We've been having a lot of like breakthroughs in our relationship with this fast, in striving to be our best selves for ourselves. And I just don't think it's something that was going to happen with all of the crap that we were eating. And just allowing old thoughts and past things to just ruminate and fester and just go over and over again in our heads. Like, we're actually really healing, and it's kind of fascinating. I've never done this before. Okay, she's ready.
I'm sorry, y'all, just stretched my back out for a second. I was sitting in this position for too long. So everything about you that you're making better has to be about you. and not somebody else. That's what makes you a good catch. Not in conceit. Now, I'm not saying, what I'm about to say is not in conceit. But what makes me a good catch? Why do I see myself as a good catch? I'm a good catch because not only am I fucking brilliant, but because I'm loyal, one, to my person. I mean, I'm loyal in this sense. I'm loyal to, if I'm in the market alone and a girl to give me the eye, and I get that a lot, I'll lower my gaze because I think, and it didn't start in this relationship, it's the being that I am. I'll think first and I'll say to myself, am I happy in my relationship? Is that where I want to be? Then why would I do this with this person? Why would I lock those eyes with this person? Why would I exchange this energy with this person? And I wouldn't. That's why no relationship that I've ever been in, nobody could ever give me the charge of cheating, because I'm loyal to myself. You feel me? I've had females to pass me their phone number in the club when I'm with my girl. After I go to the bathroom, they'll ask me, is that your girl? I'll say, yeah. Well, I think you're cute. Like, when you call me, and I'd probably cuss them out. Like, really? Because if I took your phone number and I chilled with you, you would do the same thing to me. So I wasn't a good person for my lover. I was a good person for myself. And that's why I'm ascending. Because I make these choices for the self, which makes me a good catch for somebody else. Because who don't want a person like that, that's loyal like that? We all want that. But you got to ask yourself, are you loyal to yourself? Not are you loyal to the being you with. How do you feel with yourself? How do you feel when you went to the market and some guy or some girl gave you the eye? Did you give it back? Did it make you feel good? Then you shouldn't feel good about yourself, because that should have made you feel good if you had a partner, if you have somebody in your life. Then why did you just cheat on them in your mind? And I'm just using that example, but we have to be good to ourselves. Then we become good to our partners and good to our children and good to the sisterhood and brotherhoods. But again, it starts with the self. What are you doing for you? All these changes that you're making, are you making them for yourself or so that you look good in the world? The best image of myself that I've ever seen is what I'm striving toward. Literally in a dream, I was shown the image of Buddha, a boy. We all have past lives. When I was a little boy, like 6 or 7 years old, and it was this sweet, wise child that was talking to me, and he asked me, do you know that I'm you? And he said, let go. Let go. So that's a whole other story, but that's my aim. And what is your aim? What are you aiming for in this ascension? What do the ascended you look like? What do the ascended you think like? You know, it's like what Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you're seeking. You want your people to change around you. You want your lovers to change and the world to change. It doesn't matter if all of this shit change and you a effed up person within your being. Because like all of these people who's gone to I'm about to say Babylon, all of these people who's gone to Costa Rica's and the tropics, I said it a long time ago, none of that shit matter if they're not right. They need to go to nature's boot camp first before they go to the tropics, because then they're just taking Babylon with them to the tropics. Now Babylon running all through the tropics because the people didn't change before they went. So then you get all these people that's leaving the tropics, coming back to America doing worse than they was doing if you following the stories. They're eating worse than they ate. Okay, before they left to go to the tropics, they probably wasn't eating too good, because you saw the change once they got to the tropics. You saw the weight loss, the glow came. You know the glow we all get, the one we got right now. So y'all know when we mess up, because we the glow leave. That's the first thing to go. The skin stopped glowing. So they started glowing, which meant to me then, when I would watch the journeys was, those, I just said, earlier videos, those people didn't clean out before they left. They didn't clean out before they went to the tropics to be these ascended beings. So they're not ascended. They just, now they're just in a boot camp, some kind of camp, following what's going on in that situation. But if you don't change the person's going to leave that situation and become worse than what they was. It starts with yourself. It don't start with you going to move down here with Luda and I, and we all build womb domes together. And that remind me to go back to like about the lover thing, and don't be indifferent to where your lover is. what we was talking about earlier. And then to clean out when you get here. No, you gotta, it starts with yourself. Because then you're just gonna put your bullshit on everybody else. Like I said before, like even with us, with lovers, we could have, you should not be with a lover who's not on your level. You should, I'm gonna say it again, you should not be with a lover that's not on your level. Because what happens with that is, if you have ascended, if you have graduated certain things, and this person hasn't, then that person is going to bring all of this bullshit to you. Let's say the person is willing to let's say, let's use myself. Certain things I won't tolerate within a lover, like today. Like I wouldn't be with a person who eat meat, like a meat eater, because that's one of my vices. I never said I don't like to eat meat. I just recognize the fact that meat is not good for me to eat, to consume. So why would I be with somebody why would I be with somebody that do that, which is a vice of mine? That being could bring me down out of love. Is that really love? No, don't be with anybody who's not on the same wavelength as you. And if you haven't mastered the healing of yourself and all that you need to come out of, then you are probably not strong enough to bring them out. It'll be more so that they'll bring you down to where they are. Because then if you've cleansed yourself out, and you get with somebody who hasn't cleansed themselves out, then you're definitely going to have to deal with all their withdrawals. And all that comes with that, because that shit is mental. It's all mental. Cravings don't start in the body, it starts in the mind. The mind is the first thing that's contaminated by your food. The brain ain't working well. That's why your immune systems and all these different systems don't work well, because the brain can't talk to it. The mind can't talk to the brain. The brain can't fully talk to the body. It starts in the mind. You have to cleanse your mind out. So if you with somebody whose mind isn't cleansed, you're going to reap the benefits of that. Again, and you may not be strong enough to do that if you're coming up out of some shit, if you haven't mastered where you're trying to go. And then answer that question to yourself. Face yourself in the mirror today and ask yourself that question. Thank you, baby. Ask yourself that question. Where am I trying to go in this ascension? You want to go to Whole Foods first or the co-op?
I have it in here for the co-op.
Which one you want to go to first? Whole Foods is coming up in 2 exits. Co-op first, then come back this way. Okay, sorry y'all. So it starts with the self, and it starts in your mind. All of it, everything that you're doing, like your whole ascension process, it's mental. Every choice you make is either taking you higher or lower. Every choice you make in your relationships, and all your relationships with your lovers and your partners and your children and your family, with the way that you're going to work, however it is you decided to be in life, to go make that money, so-called. All choices that you're making. Nobody's forcing nothing on you. All of this stuff happening around us that's derogatory and enslaving us, we're making a choice to be a part of it. Nothing is enslaving us anymore. Listen, they took the chains off our arms and put them on our minds. No, you're putting it on your mind with the choices that you make. We're doing it to ourselves. Freedom. Freedom does not start in the body. Freedom starts in the mind. You have to free your mind. Free your mind. And Shantae Evans said the other day, and your ass will follow. That was so funny, Shantae. But free your mind and the rest will follow. Free your mind. Nothing is enslaving you. You are. They offer you, listen, nobody's tying us down and forcing GMOs in our necks. We go work our ass off for our money and go and buy it is what we do. We go and buy it. We chose it. We're choosing slavery now. We're choosing death now. We're choosing not to ascend. We're choosing low vibrations and low frequencies now. But this right here, y'all, is the freest you ever been to make choices. It seems like the worst. This is the worst time to come down this planet because it's just hard to get up out of shit. But you are free enough to make the choice for whatever it is you want to do. Yes. Whatever you don't like about this system, you don't have to aid it. You don't have to aid McDonald's. You will talk about how, but it's one on every corner, but you don't have to go buy anything from there. You talk about it's a liquor store on every corner, but you don't have to be in there. Y'all talk about it's churches on every corner that's teaching some bullshit. You don't have to be a part of that. You do not have to partake in that. And can teach otherwise. And can show other people how not to do that. Everything around us right now is about our choices. It's all mental. The ascension is mental. Slavery is mental. And that's the best place it could be right now. It's mental, because then you have control. 58?
Yes.
Okay. Then you have control. You can change your happenings. You can change your surroundings. You can make different choices. Even if it feels like if you make these choices, the flesh is suffering. Like to say, you had to fight to get away from that cigarette. The flesh is suffering. Then let it suffer. Let it suffer, because on the other side of that is life. On the other side of our bad choices is good choices. On the other side of our bad choices is life. Because on the bad side is death. It's death in so many things that we're doing. Just to have fun, we go to the club and get fucked up and kill our liver because we wanted to party tonight. We're just killing ourselves, in all of our choices. Say something on that. Something on earlier. I'm so hot.
Are you so hot?
I gotta figure it out.
Take my vent, because I closed.
I got it.
Okay. What were you just saying? Choices. Yeah, you can definitely choose your own heaven or hell, and it's all in here, because this is what you're with all the time. And that's what I've been finding in myself. Like, I want to let go. I want to let go of my past. I want to let go of every hurtful thing that's happened. I've been a slave to the shit. I haven't allowed myself to heal from it. I think I have. You know, it sounds good. Yeah, I'm healing. No, I really haven't been. And it comes up in the worst way. And it's a choice. Am I going to continue to be this person I don't want to be, or I'm going to make the choice to get out of that and not be a slave to what's been going on in here. Slave to the memories. And it's like everything that I've been through brought me to this point, living like this amazing life with Ceka and baby and the puppies and just Kefa. I mean, this whole life that I couldn't ask for a better life. But it's a choice. Do I want to be here in the now and enjoy what we're doing, enjoy this life and be fully into it? Or am I going to allow the things to go over and over again in my head? Things that don't even matter anymore. People that don't matter anymore. Things that don't matter. Things that happen. Okay, yeah, it happened. Be in the now. It's such an important message. And I read that book a long time ago, The Power of Now. I think it was Eckhart Tolle. And I read that a long time ago and kind of got it, but I get it now. There's nothing more important than right now. And we choose our heaven, we choose our hell. And it's so much in the thought process. You know, you'll see people, whether it's about fasting or just certain decisions, like I could never do this, I could never do that. Like, you're already setting yourself up for failure because you don't even give yourself a chance. You're stuck in it. You're a slave to it. So it's really a lot of choices in our lives. And I'm down and willing and able and ready for real to be accountable for my choices, for the things I say, the things I do, how I act, how I don't act, how I respond, how I don't, what I choose to think about. It's all choices. And it's something that I preached to one of my really close family members that was going through some stuff, but I wasn't even living it. It's not an easy process, but I mean, it's something that it's worth it. It's not easy, but it's all the worth it. You know, to be your best self, to be your best version of yourself. You get to be that for everybody that's in your life. I get to be my best Luna. Who else gets to benefit from that? Ceka, baby, family members, sisterhood, everybody. Everyone will benefit from it. And it's just a matter of choosing to release the demons. Whether it's in your food, whether it's in your job, your Your mind, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's in all of that. But I'm saying it's in release those demons. I'm saying what it's tied to those things. Right. So whatever.
In 8 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes. Okay. Any of those things. Any of those things. We'd be slaves to our thoughts. Whether it's like, I hate this job. This person makes me so mad. Blah blah blah. Like, peace, Kefa. There's just so much power in making the right choice for you. You know, your choice for you is really all that matters, not what everybody else thinks. So it's just so deep. It's just so deep. And I was so good at like helping other people with it, and I wasn't helping myself with it. I wasn't staying accountable in myself with my thoughts, with what I was choosing to hold on to, and all that, and how I wasn't really healing. Let me get the GPS back up, babe. I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling right now. It's just a lot of accountability. Yes, Tanya. Tanya said, take account of how you feel and use that as motivation. If you don't eat properly, my body, if I don't eat properly, my body yells out loud. Like, I like feeling weightless and connected. Yes. That's the whole light body thing, right? It's not like...
Right, light body don't mean heavy body.
Right.
The opposite of a heavy body.
Right, light body and heavy body, two totally different things. Nobody wants a heavy body. But when you eat lighter and you think lighter, like it's in everything. Like, light body is all of those things in your physical.
That's what makes the connection.
Right, that's what makes your connection. You're freer to connect, because you don't have, if you're choosing to let go of the toxic cycles in your mind and the toxic cycles in your body. Okay, babe. You can ascend and you can go higher in yourself. Ceka's ready. Hold on.
I forget what I was about to say. I was looking at I got stuck on the exit just now. What did you do after the exit? And that's what I mean, y'all. It's mental. Like, all of these choices that we make, it's mental. Don't impress me. Don't impress your neighbor. Don't impress the sisters and your mate. Do you impress yourself? Are you impressed with you? Are you the ideal person to be somebody's sister, to be somebody's mother, lover, preacher, teacher, forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you that ideal person, and that's what you want to look for, to find the mistakes in you? If you don't like this thing about yourself, like, most of the time when we don't like something about somebody else, it's something in us, or we really wouldn't give a shit. That's them. Like, you keep on moving because you moving forward to your ascension, but we stare at something in somebody that we don't like so bad, because it's normally something in ourselves. It's like when we sit around and talk about other people, it's because you don't like something in yourself. And a lot of times we talk about other people, it's because we're hiding the bullshit with ourselves. Like, you get a lot of really, like, overweight people that they make really good comedians. They learn to be comedians. I want you to really pay attention to that. A lot of your comedians are fat because that's what they learned to do. To get the attention off of themselves, they made fun of other things. They made fun of other people. So all you see them as is funny and not fat. And I really peeped that a long time ago, that a lot of overweight people are comedians. Think about it in your head right now. The best of them. Monique, the best of them. Cedric, the entertainer, the best of them are overweight. I'm not saying there's not no slim comedians. That's not what I'm saying. But a lot of comedians are overweight because they learn to make, and they talk about other people. Listen to those comedians. They talk about other people. Forward?
Yeah, forward. You're right.
Okay, hold on, y'all.
0.5 miles.
Just tell me. I can't look at that. Get away from this car. Mama, just stay with me. Just follow it for me. So, what is the best version of yourself? What are you going for? Do a goal list. Get yourself a book just for this purpose. What is it I want to be? What I want to be when I grow up? Okay. What do I want to be when I grow up? Because I'm sure everything that we said we wanted to be when we grew up at 7 was the wrong goddamn thing. Follow the curve? I got you. It was the wrong thing. It was something inbuilt in this society. You feel me? I want to be a police officer. I want to be a lawyer. Why the fuck you want to be a lawyer and sit around and bail people out? Have you bailed yourself out from yourself? Because that's what we need to escape. The first oppressor that we need to escape is the self. We oppress ourselves more than the system do. Because the system give you choices. The system just give you choices. You'll go to Walmart and fuss about what kind of shoes they got. Then why don't you make some? They just gave you a choice because you thought you was dressed. You think you dress yourself every day. No, you go and pick what they make for you. And you choose it. You fuss about it. You'll protest about what the fuck Walmart doing. What are you doing? I made shoes. I thought about that one day. 2 years ago. Didn't I tell you? So I made me some shoes. Just to see if I could just make some shoes. And I did it the best way I knew how. I call them socks. Shoes and socks. Wait, that sound funny as fuck. Listen, wait. Wait. But they really nice though. They some cool little shits. I made them, I crocheted them. I took old shoes off some hip, soles off some hip shoes. I crocheted them and sewed it to the bottom. They really cute. Just to see if I could, I said, well, I realized everything I'm wearing is not my choice, it's their choice. And I'm just going through multiple choice. So I started making my clothes. I started making dashikis and I started making pants. Lena will tell you. I have a closet full of harams and stuff that I made. And I just refuse to wear them because I don't want to wear them fat. It's a look I want that I'm going for. I have an image that I'll have of myself. Left, right. There's an image that I have. We've never been in this part of town. It's not a hood or something. Anyway, I have an image that I have of myself. And I'm working toward that goal. What is your goal? What is your image? What is the kind of person you want to be? What is it you want to think like and be like? Not for the world. For you and your ascension and your work on this planet. Hold on, y'all. Which way? Where is this? Okay, we got a parking space right there. Let me turn around. You feel what I'm saying? It's about yourself. And that's how you make a difference. That's how That's how you make a difference in the world. By being the best version of yourself, not being what the world wants you to be or what you look good in the world as being. No, Source has sent you here to do what? Find yourself. Don't find a good job. You feel me? Luna was a nurse, went to school 5.5, 6 years because she wanted to heal the world. But she didn't even heal herself. Now she'll make a good nurse. Because she healed herself first. Now she understands what healing is and can take that certificate. Because they see that as something credible. She can take that and change some things. Okay, I'm trying to get in this parking space. I'm trying to... Okay, she's about to leave. You feel what I'm saying? So, if you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to be an advocate for those who's been wronged. Have you been an advocate for wronging yourself? You've been done wrong. But we're not going to talk about what other people do to us. Let's talk about what we do to us. Have we been a good advocate for that? Are you speaking for yourself? Are you speaking up for yourself to yourself? Hold on, do we gotta... Yeah, sure. Yeah, same as yours. The number. I wasn't parked yet. Sorry, y'all, hold this a minute. Let me get this right.
We're parking.
Okay, so you could go to school to be an herbologist. The two. Prevent us from having to leave tomorrow. To be an herbologist. Have you used the shit on yourself first? Do you know that it worked because you've used it on you? You've healed yourself through this. A lot of times we teach what we hear. Share the video one time for me, y'all, please. We teach what we hear. We don't teach what we know. We hear it, it sounds good, it happened to somebody else, so it got to be true. Which means true and real. It got to be true. Have you experienced it? Are you in this profession through wisdom? Wisdom is the application of knowledge. How wise are you? Like I was just saying about Loon. Okay, no, she done went through 6 years of medical school, so she know that side of it. But she's a month into healing herself, so she's not even ready yet to go out and heal the world. You feel me? I still gotta fix these eyes. She just said I still gotta get my eyesight right. So how are these people when you sit there? Some things are just necessary. You done got shot and need them to get that bullet out of you. But look at the practitioners around you, though. They're not even loving themselves. Your doctor sick with psoriasis, looking crazy, telling you what you should do and how you should live. Now, under emergency situations, you can't get that bullet out your ass. Yeah, that's one thing. You done fell off a cliff and split your shit. Excuse my language. You done split yourself up. Yeah, get somebody to sew you up or something. But we didn't go to school for this shit. We knew that. That was the basis to life. That was one man in the village, one elder woman in the village. If you bust yourself up, she gonna put some honey or something on it and close you up with some leaves or something. And inject all of these chemicals and stuff into our beings. How do we ascend with all of this stuff in our systems? How do we do it? We're not gonna make it like this. We're not going to make it just listening to what sounds good that somebody else did. Do it too. You have that ability. You have the right. You have the God-given right to self-discover. How many of us are self-discovering? Self-discovery is what creates a wise person. When you self-discover something. How do you know God exists? You know it because your mother know it, your grandmother know it, your great-great-grandmother know it, your preacher know it, the first woman at a church know it, and all your neighbors know it, your friends know it. How do you really know it? Did you ever just denounce all of that somebody else gave you and went to God yourself and say, I want to see your face. God, what do you look like? God, what do you feel like? God, how much of this are you making happen, and how much of this did you give me the power to make happen? You have the God-giving right, the human, the natural born, the being, the soul being right to come on this planet and discover everything here for yourself. Share the video, y'all. You have the right to discover all of this for yourself and not be told one thing. You can listen to stuff, though. See what makes sense. If that's a route you want to go, well, first find yourself. First cleanse yourself out and go to your God, whatever you may call it. My God is Yazi, means source, the all. I went to Yazi and I let go. I let go. I let go. I said, no, I don't know that you exist. I know it from all of these beings telling me that you exist. If you exist, then you come to me. Hasn't stopped talking to me since. I like river. You have the right, y'all, to self-discover. Go on a journey. That's why I call this the re-education of a nature. We need to be re-educated now on how to be educated. It reminds me of the lecture I did on how to do a lecture. You have to be re-educated on how to be educated. What should you be educated on? How should I be educated? What should I listen to and what shouldn't I listen to? Let me tell you what you should listen to. The Akashic records that sits in you. You are already connected to every book you could ever read. You have to be re-educated. You have to find out, why are you here? You are not here to be a manager at McDonald's. Sorry. You are not here to be what's that in fashion? A clothesline. What's that called? a clothes designer. That's not what you're here for. Source, your God did not send you here to make clothes. Sorry if that hurt your feelings, but that is not why you're here. She don't need that. You need that. You want to do that for money because that's appealing to people. Does it appeal to God? Then that's not why you're here. So the re-education of a nation has to start with you finding out who you are. You have to be re-educated on who you are. And the only way to do that is to get the filth out of your system and start while the filth is in your system and ask your God for some help doing it. Ask your God for help. But you got to be able to think clear to do it. You got to get all this stuff out your system so you can talk to God. And then God can talk to you. What you're doing on this planet, is that for the harmony of the universe? Is that saving the planet in any way? Then you probably shouldn't be doing that. That's just for money. Fuck their money. If we get ourselves together, we don't need money, y'all. You damn sure don't eat it. You don't need it to eat. If you can plant a seed. No, the system would completely break down if we stop supporting it. So you'll say, but the way things are set up, it's set up that way because you support it being set up that way. We spend the most money on the planet. Do you think they need money, this system? Do you think they need money? No, they make it. How do you have a homeless person in a country who make his own money? Doesn't make sense. Look at the shit, y'all. Say it again. How do you have a homeless person in a country who make its own money? So the government will tell you how much money you need for this and how much money you need for that. How when you make your own money? How the fuck are you broke? How the fuck is there a deficit? How the fuck is something wrong with the budget? When you make money, go make some more. You made the law for how you make the money to match the silver, gold, and platinum and copper. Then go make some more. Huh? It's all a facade. It's all a front, y'all. It's all bullshit is what it is. So you got to pull your mind out of the bullshit and come into the reality of real life. Come into the reality of the living, because this isn't it. I look like my mother right now. Looking at myself. Come into the reality of the real. Come into the reality of God. Come into the reality of nature. And you gotta remove this reality. You gotta get the blinders off you. Like horses, they got blinders on us. But what's doing it though? We're doing it to ourselves. They got us in such a position, such control, mental control, that they got you programming yourself now. They not programming you no more, y'all. Again, they may create these ways to do it, but they make you yearn for it. They make you choose it and want it. They just put the shit out there with a nice color on it, and you be like, oh, look at that new liquor. Oh, McDonald's got the new double bacon, triple cheese heart attack burger out. And you went and bought it. You went and bought it. Oh, they got chicken fries. The fuck is a chicken fry? Listen, y'all. I'm saying it not because I'm good. I'm better than anybody. I'm saying because I was caught up in it. I know, so I can talk about what the fuck I know, where the fuck I've been at. And I can honestly say I'm not 28 days took me out of that shit. Oh, left. I went for the reset button. I'm like, something's wrong with me. And I went for the complete reset button, and so can you. We need a total re-education of this nation. And again, I said all the time, it's going to start with the wombs. Because everything is coming through you. And wherever the wombs go, everything follow. You ever seen a mother duck, mother pig, mother cow? When the womb walks, shit, just follow it. Every being on the planet follow the dussy now. I said dussy. The right. Everything follows you. Because everything came out of you. Don't nothing jump out you and go follow the male. Don't nothing follow phallus around that planet like that. Nothing. Except for women who got their minds too fucked up. Doing some wrong shit and forgot who they are and what their power is, yeah. It follows the wombs. That's why the wombs got to get it together. But the wombs have to re-educate itself. Y'all got to stop having babies right now. Until y'all ready to raise gods. If you're not ready to raise God, don't pop nothing else up out of there. If you got one in there now, start working on that being a God. If you are contaminated, don't contaminate that baby. Just stop. Nigga, right?
At the light, yeah.
We aren't going to speed, we're going to river one.
This is where it's taking us.
Okay. You don't contaminate the children. Right now, with this reset button, we can change everything. We can imagine. If you hit the reset button for your life, change your life, get a good 6 months into it where you know you strong in it and all these vices gone, right? And then start planning to have babies. And then have a plan for the baby and a goal for the baby. Not for their life, that's not your business. They come through you already with a job, just like you came down here with a job. But how can you guide them on their mission life, on their mission earth? So you teach them you are here for a purpose. You are here for a reason. You are here to work for source, is what you teach the children coming through. And then you never contaminate them. So their minds is always clear. You allow them to create and don't tell them that they got ADHD because they hyper. Share the video, y'all. Don't tell them they got ADHD because they hyper and they want to create, but you just got them in these buildings instead of taking them outside and letting them or allowing them to connect with nature. And because they too hyper, won't you just put their feet on the ground and pull some of that negative energy out of them? Humble them. Put their hands in the dirt and show them how to plant food at 3 years old. Like our son, he's 2 years old right now learning what the seed do. So they can know how to feed themselves. Just imagine that generation of children. If everybody right now, all the wombs push the reset button. No, we gotta get the elders. The elders out there twerking right now, y'all. The elders out there twerking, see, but then we'll be the elders for those children coming up. So they'll have the elders of all these wombs and penises that then push the reset button. But they'll be the future. They'll be the ones running the country. They'll be the ones running the black communities. And certain shit that they just not going to have. Raise them to be warriors now. For everything that they've taken from you, give it to the children. Reset button. Re-educate the nation. But it start by re-educating yourself. And it start with the re-education again of this nation. Y'all got to push the reset button. You got to go to source. Just to even find out what are you here for. Because you can make a really nice piece of jewelry. I do. And I can sell it, and exchange it for some sustenance. But that's not what the fuck I'm here for. That's just something I do well because I'm a creator. We create. It's okay to create. But that's not who you are. Say something? No? It's not who you are. What you doing, baby? It's not who you are. Make a choice. It's going to start with the self. It's all mental. Every situation that you're in. You have nothing to say? Every situation that you're in is all mental. Because that's the one right there. The speedway they were sending us to. Okay. So I love y'all. I'm not ready to go yet. I just need a break for a minute. I'm thirsty and I just need a break.
You gonna get you some drink?
No, I want to put this down for a second.
Okay. She always just gives me the phone every time when I'm not ready. I was just in it and marinating on the conversation.
But you know we're going to listen to it again.
I know. What was the last thing you said? Definitely, yes, her brain is amazing. It is amazing. It's hard to stay caught up with this brilliance. But I'm thankful for the fast because I'm not as foggy as I was, and I don't feel like such a dum-dum when she goes and just goes on and on and on and just all this knowledge. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm there. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but we need to do it individually first. So I know how much my world has changed from this fast, from making better choices, and it's exciting to see how that's going to shape the baby who's 2 years old. How that is shaping other people, helping to shape other people in my life that say that they're inspired. That's all it takes, is you to make the decision, and you can start changing everybody else's life around you, because they're going to see what you're doing. We're not here to, like she said, do work in these careers, work in these fields. And I knew that, for personally speaking, when I was in nursing, I was just like, none of this feels right. Okay, maybe if I go to another hospital, try travel nursing. Maybe if I do this, maybe if I go into another area. It just wasn't for me. And I think that's why so many people just walk around miserable, because you feel like you have to be where you're at. You don't. Manifest your way out of that. Focus on what the life that you want to live, and it will come to you. That's how me and Ceka got each other. That's legit how we got each other. She had affirmations for her love, and I was just focused on everything I wanted and the person that I wanted to be with, and it came in her package, her full package. And now I'm here. I'm getting to work on womb domes. I'm getting to work on documentaries and heal myself, so that I really can heal others, and not just know that I'm a healer, and just really do it and do the work. And this is the best work of my life. I've never been more fulfilled in my entire life. Not working at a corporation, not trying to get paid time off because I want a vacation, having to deal with all the stuff that you have to deal with in the jobs. Like, no, like, I'm free, physically free, yes. And now with this real healing, with this with the juicing and everything, I'm becoming mentally and emotionally free. But if we don't take that time out for ourselves, like, it's just not going to get done, and then you're just going to stay trapped. So make your choice. Make your choice on what you're going to do. How do you want to live? You know you're not supposed to be working a 9 to 5. You know you don't want to be away from your kids. You know you don't want to just be working for the system your whole life. Like, you know you were made for greatness. You know you were. You don't know what that greatness is because you haven't had any time to tap into any of it. You haven't cleaned yourself out so that you can tap into any of it. Self-work. Self-work is absolutely necessary. There's more to it than just knowing. What action are you taking? I know I was here to do more than this. I know I'm destined for greatness. What actions are you taking? Starting with what you put in your mouth. That'll clear up a whole bunch for you. Changing what you eat, that changes a whole bunch. Those conversations. And you don't even realize how much of a difference that makes in just cleaning your temple. I never really saw it as a temple. It was just kind of like, I want this, I'm gonna eat it. Been eating junk since I was a kid. Smashing just pieces, whole pieces by myself. No. Once you know better, you do better. Watch as many documentaries and things as you need to get out of the life that you don't want to live. You don't have to be miserable. You don't have to be depressed. Again, those are choices. People argue like, oh, it's chemical imbalance. No, when I was depressed, called the employee health hotline, thought about taking some pills years ago. I was just miserable. I was fat. I was miserable. I didn't know myself. I didn't know what made me happy. I was just like, well, I'm a nurse. I love to save lives. I love to be, like, that's really what I identified with. And knew nothing about myself. People ask me, what do you do for fun? Oh, go to the movies, hang out, chill at the house, watch Netflix. Like, I didn't have any substance to myself because I wasn't putting in the time. Hadn't made the choice to put in any time or effort to learn myself. I'm learning myself right now at 31 with Ceka. It didn't have to be that way. And I think that's what a lot of us are doing, is just trying to come up like, who the hell am I? What do I like? What am I here for? But you can't hear when you're fogged up. Whether it's mentally fogged up, emotionally fogged up.
Fogged up. That's not funny.
Fogged up. I don't want to be fogged up. That's what I feel all the way fogged up. That's what it felt like. I really feel like now, like, you know how you would go live before and you give me the camera and I just be like, I mean, I'm kind of still doing that, but I feel clear in my thoughts. I'm right here with you. I'm not allowing my mind to go to other places to take me off of the greatness that we're talking about. And I would kind of not like to get out. I was just like, babe, I feel so dumb on that one. I don't think I made any sense. Like, because I wasn't there. Because I was allowing other things.
Shut off.
Huh?
Now you be mad when it shut off.
I know, yeah. Yeah, now it's like extra devastating when I'm trying to get something out and Facebook does what it does. But, it's just choices, y'all. Choose to be happy. Choose to be healthy. Choose to be the mother that you want to be for your children. Choose to be like to stuff my face with Nilla wafers and Oreos and nachos because it felt good. But I was doing all this other destruction. I know what it's like to allow the thoughts to take over that shouldn't be taking over. No, I'm going to choose to live in the now and be happy with this love of my life right here. It's choices. You can choose to complain every day about the job that you're in and you hate it. What are you doing to get out of it? It's like Ceka said, she made her own shoes. Like, whatever it takes, do it. There's so many sisters out there doing it. And we have each other for support. So, let's just do it. You're in the Coven. There's tons of sisters with different ideas, different outlets, different ways that we can help. That's what We is all about. We have to help one another. We have to help build each other up to get out of this shit. Nobody wants to be in this. This hell that we were born into. Let's strive for our heaven. Let's choose our heaven. Huh? Yes, yeah, so it just does what I'm doing in my head right now. Like, it starts in your head. It starts with a choice. Choose your heaven. Choose what you want for yourself. You don't have to be in the struggle.
That's the quote of the day, y'all. Choose your heaven.
Choose your heaven. Hashtag choose your heaven. But for real, choose it. And I see just such a difference in my life now and where I was at. I made the choice to come here. It was scary. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just like, oh man, I have never been out of the system working in nursing before. I don't know what I'm going to do. And everything's just flowing. Once you step into that state of allowance, choose to let yourself allow the right things. Whether it's your reactions, your responses, your intake, your job, but whatever it is that you're choosing to do, choose to allow yourself the right thing for yourself. You know what it is. Know what it is, and don't be afraid. I know it seems scary because it's different, but the best things in life happen outside of our comfort zones. That's what I'm finding. And I was stuck in my comfort zone. I was working in somebody's hospital, working in somebody's nursing home, and miserable in it because I wasn't healing anybody. I was giving people medications. Whatever it is in your case, if you know that stocking groceries is not your thing, this is not fulfilling your life's purpose, your destiny, step out of it and find something else to do. There's so many other things that we could do, but we feel stuck. You're stuck here. That's the only place you're stuck, because you won't allow yourself, you won't even envision yourself being able to do great things, because this is what we've been born into. Gotta get a job, gotta work 9 to 5, gotta do this, gotta do that. We don't have to do any of those things. You're here to have an experience. Allow yourself that experience. Choose to allow yourself to have that experience. These mountains are so beautiful. Okay, here's the
I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful?
It's heaven all around us. We choose to see it.
That's a job I choose, to connect with nature. Overstand nature, talk to nature again, y'all. I'm telling you, when you do, all of this shit goes away. You have to overstand first that what's around you is an illusion. It's not real. It's hell. And then half of us we leave this shit looking forward to going to another hell where we burn for 1,000 years. I'll be damned. Listen, you in it. You're here. You're in heaven. I mean, you're in hell. But heaven's in your mind. Free your mind and you free heaven. Look at it all different. You have to look around you and look at it differently. Look at all of this differently. Look at it for what it truly is. Look at these illusions. This fucking concrete jungle. Most of our people in the hood, they live in the concrete jungle. Just concrete around them. They can't make the connection. Don't know no other way. But if we push the reset button, you know, things move in a consciousness. Other sisters will start pushing the reset button. But again, before we end this, because we almost at our destination, you got to do it for you, not for me. And not because I said it, but because it makes sense to you, because you went to source and said, yeah, what Ceka saying makes sense. Not because I said shit. I told you I'll lead you to the well and it's dry. Like everybody else doing. No, I'm going to send you to yourself. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just commend me when I'm doing something right and inbox me when I'm doing something wrong. Help me out. But don't worry about what I'm doing. What is your job? I got mine. I'm on this planet for my mind, for solutions. I was sent here and told that. I agree with my job, and I'm doing my best to get to it. I was sent here to become enlightened, to be an example of an enlightened one. I got my job. What's yours? You ain't got to be listening to all these goddamn gurus. Listen to yourself. But y'all got to meet our new pet. Got something about Tua?
Yes.
Okay, quick story before we go. Snakes just keep coming to us, and I'm afraid of them. So I decided to go buy a snake so I can be overcome with the fear. And Luna got so much heart. She's such a warrior. I'm trying to show her that in herself. She's such a warrior because she's afraid of snakes too. Never picked up a snake. So after that one snake came towards her, the next snake came towards her, and then that king snake came 3-4 weeks ago before the fast. So no, it was during the fast. We took the pictures in the car. About 3 weeks ago, the king snake came. So we went to, I say, I want to go, I need to touch a snake. I need to touch a snake. And I called it. That's how powerful that tongue is, though. Like, the more connected you get, the more things manifest instantly. Didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We took a trip and went up Sedona. Y'all saw when we went to Sedona. A guy was standing in the middle of the street, the sidewalk, with a king snake on him. I'm like, wow, I didn't even realize it. Bae was like, Bae, you just said you wanted to touch a king snake. So I touched it lightly from the back, like this. But Luna, she dove in it. She just, it's a spirit animal, both of ours though. The snake anyway. And Luna, she's straight connected. She just picked this snake up. 2 of them.
And put it on my neck.
Put it on her neck, the whole thing. I'm looking like my baby about to die. What I gotta do? This man gonna hurt me because I'm gonna kill that snake again. So she picked the snake up, and after I did that, still afraid, I didn't pick it up. I just touched it. I was like, I need a snake in my life so this I can connect with this snake, and it can tell me why the snakes keep coming to me. The next weekend when we came back from Sedona, we bought a ball python. She's almost a year old. Her birthday is the same around Luna's, so they got the same birthday. And yesterday, for the first time twice, I picked up a snake.
She did it, y'all. It was the best thing. She was kind of scared. She'd say like, okay, babe, you hold it, and she would just kind of touch it. I'd put Tua close to her, and she's like, okay, that's enough. She had like this little scared face and everything. She's like, she had like this cute face.
Oh, mind you, told her, yeah. Her name.
What I just did. What you do?
Her name is Tua. You know, Luna's name is Katua Nem. Tua means Luna, means moon, and I named it Tua because we bought it on the full moon. I realized, wow, it's the full moon. So I named it Tua for the moon goddess, the moon snake. But yeah, we'll show y'all pictures in little videos. So I actually conquered the fear of picking up the snake. So even in my mind, I see if the snake bite me. I've just been watching videos on snakes. I know how to grab its head and its tail and all kinds of stuff. And this snake want to get about 5 feet. This ball python, but she's absolutely in love with us. Like, she's in love, and
she's so cute.
I just lost the fear. I had to free my mind. So I'm trying to show you, I had to free my mind because I felt like this thing was conquering me.
And you gave her a kiss.
And I kissed her yesterday. But I felt like this thing was, wow, she got 3 balls.
Yes,
wow.
Connie.
Send us pictures, Connie. I want to see it. I feel like it was conquering me, so I had to go deal with it. Because it was just something else that wasn't allowing me within myself to feel free. So now we have a pet snake named Tua. And I'm picking up snakes now. So we're trying to get careful to do it because she is haul-assing. But we working on it. But we at our destination. We love y'all. It's in the mind, y'all. Free your mind. See, that's a beautiful song. See the illusions around you. See that it's all illusions. And the only true life to live is the life that you live in with your source. With Yazi. That's the only true life to live. Everything else is outside of that. Which means you are out of order. We are out of order until we step back into the true order of God. And nature will help you get there. People say nature is God. It's not. Nature is the purest thought of God. Your deities that you look for is the 99 elements. That's your deities. Those are your creators, your elements, which you are. You are the composed of the 99 elements. When you connect back to that, that's why.
SMS from the EVA. Press Uconnect phone button and say text message to read it.
When you connect back to yourself, and then you connect back to nature, then you can hear nature speak to you. God will speak to you through nature. It's the voice of God. It's the purest thought of God. It's not God. It's not the source, but it's the purest thought of it. And it's still pure. It's right here. It's right here. It's still pure. And it waits for you to just listen. It's still giving you oxygen. Still breathing for you. But you have to hear it. No, your job is not to be a nurse in this system or a doctor in this system. You're supposed to be a doctor. If you're supposed to be a doctor for your people. For and by the people. This shit around us ain't for or by the people. When the doctors, if you become a doctor in this system, you'll become a part of killing the people. It's an illusion. Go to soul, go to nature. So nature can take you to God. Yes. Go to nature. So nature can take you back to God. And you can find yourself. Re-educating the nation, y'all, starts with the womb. Just enjoy this song. It's a really beautiful song. If you want to say anything else, I just want to hear this song. It's so pretty. Y'all can leave if you like. I'm just sharing this song with you right now. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. If you're just coming in, peace, Shantae. Play it back. It's in the mind. Free your mind. Re-educate yourself. We'll see you real soon. The downloads that's coming in, not the downloads. Listen to Nature Fab. The DNA explosion is coming there. It's just going to be more and more powerful because I'm standing in my mission now. And it had to start with me cleansing out myself. So everything I brought before was trill, but it's just coming in clearer now. And when you do that, and when you stand in your righteousness, everything just opens up to you. It just opens up. So y'all about to get this mind the way you never got it before. You about to get this mind cleansed. Yeah. But it's here for you. But I was doing the wrong thing and wasn't giving it to you in all its purity and all its clarity. But I'm back. I remember. Y'all remember. Share the video. Remember to share the video. Yes. Choose to share the video. Choose to share the video. Choose it. We love you. Support our GoFund. We're still putting this retreat together. And these womb domes we're building and stuff. We still need your help. $1 help. You get $1 this month, $1 next month. It will help. Every little bit helps. We still got we wristbands. $5 for the wristbands. Hit our page, hit our inbox. We love you. Support us. And we'll support you where we can also. And then we'll talk soon. Play the video back. Love you, Kev. What can I say is Sandy, girl?
Sandy told her don't be afraid to touch the snake.
Love you, Kev. We'll call you in a little bit. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Peace. Love you.